What's going on, my beautiful people? So today we will be going over the 5 best possible class setups to use in Modern Warfare 3 as of this recording. Now, of course, these are class setups that I use myself. Duh, why else would I be making this video? So definitely give these class setups a try. Let me know what you guys think about them, what you dislike and like about these class setups. But before we get into those class setups, I would really appreciate if you guys could hit that like and subscribe button. It would obviously mean a lot to me, and you know, it would show me that feedback that I need to know that you like these type of videos of class setups, you know, loadouts. What is the best thing to do in Modern Warfare 3? But you know, other than that, let's go on ahead and let's dive deeper into these class setups. Before I show you guys the class setup for this Striker 9, this is not a worst to best or best to worst you know, list. It has no order. It's just, you know, what I think is the best 5. So don't think this is the worst or don't think this is the best. Okay, so let's go on ahead, let's show off the class setup for the Striker 9. So for the very first attachment that you want to put on this this build is going to be the Striker Recon Long Barrel. This is going to give you some nice bullet velocity, more range to it, and then it's going to give you some added aiming idle sway, which is basically, you know, more accuracy to the gun, and that's what we want. We're only going to be losing some hip fire and tac stance spread, but it's not a hip fire gun. I mean, it's an SMG, so it's going to have decent, you know, hip fire no matter what. So we're okay with sacrificing some of that, and then we will be losing some sprint to fire and aim walking speed, but we're going to have other attachments that is going to balance that out and give us more mobility back. So for the second attachment that you want to put on this Striker 9 is going to be the slate reflector. I know some people, you know, can deal with the iron sight, and more power to you, you know, but for those that like to have a clean visual of what they're shooting at and to be able to see a little bit better, put on the slate reflector. That's what I would recommend to use. And now for the third attachment, it's going to be your rear grip. Head over to your rear grip and put on the tac grip. This is going to give you that tac stance spread, that sprint to fire speed. That's the reason why we're putting on this attachment, is to get that sprint to fire speed, because we want to be able to, as we're running, right, if an enemy pops up in front of us, we can quickly sprint to fire, and that's what we want with this attachment, because it is an SMG. So we want that quick reaction time to be able to, you know, when we see an enemy to come up at us out of nowhere, we shoot at them real quick, as fast as possible. And then for your fourth attachment that you want to put on is going to be the XTEN Phantom 5 hand stop. You're going to get more sprint to fire speed, aim down sight speed, and on top of that, you're going to be getting vertical recoil and gun kick control. So basically, you're going to be able to react faster because of the sprint to fire speed. You're going to aim in faster, and then you're going to have more vertical recoil control. And then gun kick control is basically like, as soon as you start shooting, I don't know how to explain it, but like, you're not going to get that much of a kick to as soon as you start to shoot, and it's going to negate some of that, and that's what we want. And then for the final and fifth attachment to the Striker 9 class setup is going to be the Purifier Muzzle Brake S. More horizontal recoil control, fire and aim stability. So this thing is not going to be moving, like, it's going to be a laser beam. You're going to be able to pull up your gun fast and react, and you're going to lose a little bit of bullet velocity and range, but that's okay, because that's why we have this this barrel, because it's going to negate that loss on the muzzle, but you're going to get, you know, obviously some bullet velocity and range back on this gun. So in my opinion, this is going to be the best Striker 9 class setup. Now, some people, you know, they, like I said earlier, they can manage without the slate reflector, and they can change it to have the, let's say, you know, a stock for more gun kick control or recoil control or more mobility. That's really up to you if you want to have the sight or not, but for me, I like to have the slate reflector on as of right now. So that's what I recommend to use for this class setup. Now for the second class setup in this video, we're going to be going over the Rival 9. I absolutely love this SMG class, and I'm gonna be honest, okay, this Rival 9 is going to be the best SMG in the game right now. Definitely get this gun leveled up as soon as possible, because it will be meta when Warzone drops. This is going to be the #1 SMG to use in Warzone. So for the first attachment, head on over to your barrel, and you want to equip the second one, the Rival 38E Fire Starter Barrel. We're going to get aim down sight speed, movement speed, sprint to fire speed, and then sprint speed. And we're only losing just a little bit of like recoil control, aiming idle sway, and firing aim stability. But where this gun really thrives at is being up close and being able to put the enemy down in close quarter combat. So put on the second one. And then for the second attachment, head on over to your stock and put on the Rival F8 tactical stock. More mobility. This gun is going to have a ton of mobility on it. So as you can see with the pros, we get that hip fire and tac stance spread, but most importantly on why we're equipping this one is because the aim walking speed, the sprint to fire speed, and then more movement speed. So put this one on because I just feel like it's the best, you know, the best stock to use on the Rival 9. And then for your third attachment, head on over to your rear grip and put on the first one. It's going to be the Rival Vice Assault Grip. Now with the first two attachments, we're getting a lot of mobility, right? But we are losing a little bit of accuracy and some recoil control, and that's why we're going to put this rear grip on to get some of that back. So as you can see with the pros, we're going to get a gun kick control, firing aim stability, and then recoil control, which is really nice. So yeah, definitely put on this rear grip. And then for the fourth attachment, because this only has, you know, a 30 round mag, and I actually do like the iron sight on this gun more than the Striker 9, I'm going to be running with the 40 round mag just to have that extra clip to put, you know, more enemies down without having to reload. So put on the 40 round mag. And then for the final and fifth attachment to this class setup, you want to head on over to your muzzle and then put on the L4R flash hider. You're going to get off the radar with that muzzle flash concealment, which is basically if you shoot and that red dot's not going to be showing up. Okay, so that's what that means. And then you're going to get more recoil control and gun kick control. So this is going to be a really well balanced gun, and you're going to have a lot of mobility with it too, because like I said, this gun is really good up close. So you want to be able to have that good mobility and movement to get close to the enemy and really take advantage of what this gun is really good at. So this is the best class setup for the Rival 9. Definitely give this class setup a try. All right, for the third gun that we're going to be going over is going to be the MCW. Now the MCW, in my opinion, is definitely the #1 assault rifle in the game right now. It is so broken. It has such good mobility, good recoil control, and it just produces a lot of damage. So the first attachment that we're going to go over is going to be your barrel. Head on over to your barrel. Make sure you have the first one on, the 16.5 MCW Cyclone long barrel. Bullet velocity, a ton of it on top of that. Aiming idle sway, firing aim stability. This thing is not, it's not going to move with this attachment. This barrel literally gives it no recoil, so that's what we want to use. And of course, for the second attachment, we're going to be putting on the slate reflector. Once again, the slate reflector is just such a good clean scope to use, especially for multiplayer. It gives you that nice, just clean picture to shoot at, and it's just so insane. So put on the slate reflector. And then for your third attachment, we want to head on over to your stock and put on the first one. Now we were getting a lot of recoil control with that barrel, but let's add a little bit of movement and some, you know, some ADS speed to it. So put the first one on, the MCW Iron Bark tactical stock. It's gonna give you that tac stance spread, but that hip fire spread, and then also the aim down sight speed, and then the sprint to fire speed. So put the first one on. All right, so for the fourth attachment, we want to head on over to your rear grip and put on the first one, the RB Rapid Strike grip. Okay, so this one's going to give you even more sprint to fire speed and more aim down sight speed to pair with that nice recoil control that we're getting from the barrel. And then the final and fifth attachment for this insane MCW class setup is going to be the underbarrel. Head on over to your underbarrel and put on the Bruin Heavy Support grip. We're going to get a ton of gun kick control, aiming idle sway, horizontal recoil, and then firing aim stability. So on top of the movement that we're getting with the rear grip and then the stock, we're going to get just, this gun is so good, man. Like, definitely, bro, please give this class setup a try. This MCW, it's insane. I promise you, this class setup, it's just so good, man. Like, I'm at a loss for words of just how insane this gun is. So give this class setup a try. That's all the 5 attachments for my MCW class setup. Definitely try this gun out. Now we're going to be getting into the fourth gun, and this LMG was a brand new gun that just got added in the recent update to Modern Warfare 3. It's going to be the Taq Eradicator. Okay, so head on over to your barrel, put on the second one, the Conquer 70 long barrel. You're going to get that nice aiming idle sway, and then most importantly, the bullet velocity and range. Okay, so this is going to be the best barrel to put on the Taq Eradicator. Put this one on. And then for your second attachment, of course, man, we're going to be putting on the slate reflector once again. So use this scope. And then for the third attachment, head on over to your stock, and we're going to be putting on the last one, the TV ballless stock, aiming idle sway, and then more firing aim stability. It's going to really keep the gun steady, and it's not going to be moving basically at all. And you know, we want to have that nice recoil control with it. All right, so for the fourth attachment for this insane Taq Eradicator class setup, you want to put on the 45 round mag. Just look at all the pros that you're getting with this gun. You're going to get a ton of movement speed, a ton of aim down sight speed, faster sprint to fire speed, and then that reload quickness is going to be so much faster. Okay, now this gun at stock without this attachment comes with a 75 round ammo clip. Now I will say that one does work, you know, fine, but the problem with that is just the fact that you're so much heavier and slower with it. But it is a lot faster than a lot of other LMGs because it's like a drum mag, or you know, it's just like a regular mag. It's not like one of those heavy LMGs that take forever to reload. But I just find it a way better gun when it has a 45 round mag, because it feels like it's more of an AR, but then it still packs that power from an LMG. So in my opinion, definitely put on the 45 round mag. And then once again, we're going to be heading on over to the underbarrel for our fifth attachment, and we're going to be rocking with the XTEN Gravedigger attachment. Okay, we're going to get that recoil control and that aiming idle sway. That's the most important thing we want with this attachment, is to just get more stability with it. So that's going to be the class setup for this insane Taq Eradicator class setup. You add your barrel, your underbarrel, your 45 round mag, your slate reflector, and then you add on the stock, and then you just have an insane gun to use. So give this one a try. Let me know what you guys think about it as well. And yeah, man, we're going to be showing the fifth and final class setup right now. All right, now we're on to the very last class setup. It's going to be the Bas-B. It is a battle rifle, and this thing hits really hard. So head on over to your barrel, of course, put on the first one, the Bruin Venom long barrel. Look at all the pros that you're getting with this thing. You're going to get a nice boost to your bullet velocity and range, a nice boost to your recoil control, aiming idle sway, and then gun kit control. Like, that thing is going to not move. It's not going to move, bro. This thing has zero recoil as well. Second attachment, of course, you know, we're putting on the slate reflector. Now I will say, I forgot to mention this with the other scopes that we put the slate reflector on. You can either rock with the slate reflector, or you can put on the MK3 reflector. Okay, so if you don't like the slate reflector, you can put on the MK3. Those are two very good options. I've just preferred to use a slate reflector in my opinion. Now for the third attachment to this insane Bas-B class setup, you want to head on over to your stock, and you want to put on the third one, the Bruin LR4. I don't know how to say that. It's a number in a word. I don't know how that works, but okay. Light precision stock. Okay, so this will give you nice recoil control as well, but you're going to get that nice recoil control, but then you're also going to get a little bit of mobility with it, your sprint speed and then your movement speed. So that's a nice all around good stock to put onto your Bas-B class setup. Now for your third attachment, because this is a battle rifle, it is a little hefty, right? So we want to put on the tourney tack grip. Okay, this is a rear grip. You're going to get sprint to fire speed. Okay, that's why we're putting this thing on. I really like having guns that can have that nice recoil control, but then on top of that, you're able to pull up the gun fast enough to, you know, shoot the enemy. So we're going to rock with the second one. Now we're going to be adding on the 30 round mag. Okay, so this gun without any, you know, mag attachments comes with a 20 round clip. Okay, that is way too small to really be, you know, effective. Okay, now you can put on the 45 round mag, but the problem with that is it is going to be so slow to reload. Okay, you're going to get a lot more bullets, but man, you're going to be slower, you're going to feel heavy, and then on top of that, the reload is going to be so much slower. This is going to be an attachment that you put on for Warzone. Okay, for multiplayer, you don't want to do that because you want to be able to have nice mobility for multiplayer. So for now, we're going to be rocking with the 30 round mag, and if this gun is good for Warzone, we're going to be putting on the 45 round mag. All right, so for now, let's stick with the 30 round. So that's going to be all the 5 attachments for this Bas-B class setup, you know. So give every single one of these class setups a try. Let me know which one is your favorite. Okay, if I have to say which one is my favorite out of these 5, I would definitely say the MCW, just because it has like the best of both worlds with the mobility and the recoil control, and it just feels really nice. Now my second choice would probably be the new LMG, the Taq Eradicator. Those two are probably my favorite right now. They both feel really good for me. That's what I'm using the most right now in my multiplayer game. So give every single one of these class setups a try. Let me know what you guys think about them, okay? But yeah, man, the last thing I'm gonna say is please hit that like button. It would really mean a lot. Also subscribe if you like these type of videos, man. I would really appreciate it. But other than that, man, I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.